Namaste, friends. Welcome to Yoga Bliss with Shelly, and I am Shelly. Welcome to day 29 of this yoga challenge. Today's practice is for happy harvest moon and happy fall equinox. The seasons are changing and fall is near. Fall is one of my favorite seasons. So allow us to cultivate a new change of season, a chance for rebirth. And let's unroll our mats, peel them all open, and step back onto our mats. Together, my friends. It is a little dusty back here. Beginning in a standing position, finding your mountain, your Tadasana, rooting down to the four corners of your feet, feeling the support of the earth as you press back, really rounding and rooting down, pressing up through the calves, through the biceps, through the glutes, through the core, wrapping the shoulder blades wide open, opening the heart, letting the hands be wide open here. Breathing in a big cleansing breath, long, lengthen into the heart space. Followed by gentle exhale. Long, lengthen breath into the heart space. Organic exhale for a Puraka Pranayama. Lengthening on the inhale. And letting go on the exhale. Bringing the hands to heart center. And allowing yourself to set an intention for your practice, why you're here. Maybe it's just to bring a little joy, a little change in the holiday season, a little change in the seasons, a time of year, cultivating that harvest moon from last night. A full moon is this amazing energetic way to give us a chance to shed away things that no longer serve us and to bring in the new and the fresh and the vital. So allowing yourself to take a few calming breaths to let go of whatever was before this, whatever's after this, and just be here. Breathing in that crisp, cool fall air. It's still kind of warm in the afternoons here in Fort Collins, Colorado. But the mornings and the evenings are getting dark and they're getting chilly, and the leaves are starting to change. It's still very green, but everything's slowly starting to change. Exhaling, hinging at the hips, folding forward for Uttasana, a forward fold. In today's practice, we're going to hold our poses a little bit longer for more restorative versions. I like to sometimes slow it on down, and I think that the change of the season is a great time to teach us to slow it on down, because as the seasons unfold, it doesn't happen overnight. The seasons change slowly. I mean, even here, it happens over weeks to a month. There'll still be, in October, some hot summery days, and there'll even be crazy days where it will get freezing cold and snow will come. So allowing yourself to hinge forward here. Like a tree that's getting ready to change its colors. My daughter's so sweet. She was saying how in their homeschool enrichment program at school, that the dresses, the leaves on the trees are getting ready to change their dresses. They're getting ready to transform into different colors and go through a different phase in their lives. So just like a tree, I'm feeling like a saggy willow tree, just hanging slowly, tuning into that breath, cultivating an awareness for a change. A flower only blossoms in the spring. Think of in the fall how everything changes and transforms. I feel like sometimes we have these unrealistic expectations of ourselves, of what we should be doing in each season, and know that there are different phases that we go through in our life for different seasons, and know that that's okay, my friends, here. Folding forward here as we hold this beautiful forward fold here. We allow ourselves to stretch at a deeper level here. Just allowing ourselves ourselves, our bodies, to just hang free and loose. Beautiful work, my friends. Just slowly and mindfully rolling up to a standing, coming into the mountain and slowly unwinding, growing up your tree, being strong and rooted into the ground, allowing yourself to be wherever you are, feel whatever it is you're feeling, just tuning into that body, slowly and mindfully sitting back at those sit bones, sitting down into the earth, bringing the hands down to the heart, or maybe envisioning a tree, because we are in this transformational phase of fall. There's all these branches, and no matter what's happening, if it's windy or snowy or rainy or sunny, these branches must stay strong and rooted into the earth as we're hugging it at the thighs here. Maybe softly taking a twist with your branches. You can bring the hands to the heart space and find a soft little twist for yourself. Shining a smile inside that maybe reflects outside. Maybe you keep it to yourself, but know that little study about, big study of how smiles are contagious, like sneezes are, it's so true. I personally can't not smile at somebody who smiles at me. I don't know if you are the opposite, but for me it's so true. Slowly bringing the awareness within, coming to the center, and twisting the opposite direction. Beautiful work, my friends. Taking a big, beautiful twist to the opposite side. I'm going to face you. Just twisting here, deepening down those sit bones, creating a nice length of energy from the sit bones up to the crown of the head, cultivating this change, the shift of awareness, the seasons changing. My family's actually finally getting ready to move to the mountains, so I'm really having a lot of transformation in my life this season. I'm doing homeschool with my kids. I've been doing this yoga challenge. I've been painting. I have this huge goal this year to publish my books. I've been writing some self-help books. Publish one. I can't do all of them. Cultivating, just drumming up the awareness of if you have goals or dreams that you've let lay dormant, maybe slowly tapping into those and awakening them. Slowly and mindfully coming to center. Inhale, raising up. And just feeling what that feels like in that body. Slowly rooting down in through the right leg and lifting up at the left. Slowly and mindfully rolling at the ankle here. Just slowly. Using that core, making sure that hip isn't popping up, keeping it tuned in, and slowly just kicking that foot back slowly and mindfully, like so. I'm turning to the side slowly and mindfully. Just keeping that awareness in the body and slowly kicking that foot forward and slowly using the strength from the core and coming out to the side. And if you lose your balance, it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to turn towards you, just slowly bringing that foot out. Maybe coming to center here. Feeling what it feels like to be a little off balance. Life is always trying to throw us through loops and ringers. Planting that left foot into the earth. Really planting and growing in, finding integrity through the ankle, aligning over the knee, aligning the hip over the knee, finding length and strength in the spine, and slowly bringing that foot forward. You can grow your branches. We're trees, we're getting ready to change our dresses. Slowly transforming to yellow, brown, tan, gold. Slowly and mindfully using the strength from the core to kick back. So using the strength of the glute in the front of the hamstring. Slowly growing your branches. Swaying, the wind is blowing and blowing. The wind is fighting and blowing some of your leaves off. Slowly coming to center. And slowly kicking that foot out to one side using the strength from the outer hamstrings. And if you need to float down and shake it out, you may. Or try to keep that strength within, that strength in the core. And slowly and mindfully crossing the opposite side. Just feeling what that feels like. If you need a bend, you may. Or maybe doing just like a little tick-tock. This is what we sing in our homeschool. We sing tick-tock. Goes the clock, what does it have to say? It's time to with them all the way. I have all these little songs. I do a Waldorf homeschool program, and we try to use song instead of yelling. It works most of the time. Sometimes, the mama yells, but most of the time I try to gain my cool. Slowly coming back to neutral, shaking out the legs here. I'm feeling what it feels like. And slowly and mindfully pressing and grounding down into the right foot, into the earth, finding that integrity, that tuck, and bringing that knee up to the chest. And slowly, if you can, grabbing for the bottom of the foot for a balancing pose here. Feeling what it feels like to be one-legged. Inhaling, if you need to, you could stay here, find length in the spine, or your spine might want to curve super forward. Slowly and mindfully inhaling, allowing that leg to draw long. And if you're like me and you have tighter hamstrings, you might need to keep a nice generous bend to the knee. And that's okay if you have to keep that generous bend, that is okay. Finding that length and that strength in the spine, even if that knee is curved, you can keep a nice curve to the spine, but growing up through that leg, tuning into that drishti, that visual point. Big, beautiful breath, my friend. Letting it flow. Maybe some of our leaves are falling off from our lower branches as our colors are changing and changing like the fall. Big, beautiful breath in, holding as long as your breath and your body will permit you. And if you need to float out and come back in, that's okay. Trying your best to really plant that foot into the four corners and grow up. Find that strength, that integrity, giving yourself a chance for rebirth. Slowly and mindfully unhinging, bending, tucking at the knee, coming down, and shaking it out. I'm feeling a lot of heat cultivating. Feeling what that feels like. Feel what that feels like in that hip flexor. Allowing yourself just to be tuning into your body, taking a Tadasana in the mountain. Just feeling what you're feeling inside. Big breath in, letting it flow. Tuning into the opposite side. So really planting, I'm going to turn sideways this time. Planting the left foot into the earth. Finding that length and strength in the spine, the core. Inhaling, bending forward. Keeping that integrity of the foot, really pressing down and grabbing underneath. Slowly and mindfully taking this at your own pace. Bending to what feels good for you. There is an option to have a scarf or a belt here, whatever feels best for you and your body. Trying to grow up at the spine. Finding the balance in this one-legged pose. Tuning into that drishti in those four corners of the feet. Maybe climb through your toes, all the way back through your heel, pressing into the earth, feeling the support of the earth as you're pressing down. Big, beautiful breath, my friends. You've got this. And if you need to float down, that's okay. Just coming down or staying to what feels good for you. Just taking a moment to shake it out. And now we're going to do our peak pose, which is our Vrikshasana, our tree, because it's perfect. Trees and fall just go together perfectly. So choosing whatever side of your body, I'm going to go with my right side, your right side. Really tuning into that foot, into the earth. Option here, Vrikshasana, as we tune into that leg, the knee, the ankle, that hip, being aware if it wants to go in or out, hips facing forward. First option to kickstand, bypassing the joint here. Inhaling. We have little flies who like our vloggies. Second option is going to be on the calf. Third option is going to be up on the inner thigh. So choosing which of these works best for you, planting into the earth, sinking down, finding that length and that strength, tuning into that drishti. And as you get up here, I encourage you to slowly grow your branches, slowly twirling the wrist, growing up, slow and steady. And here maybe the wind is getting crazy and our branches are just, our leaves are just like shedding. We're becoming halfway bare from all of our leaves. The wind is blowing so much, but we're still holding on to some of them. We're turning into little buds, budletting, getting ready to hibernate. And slowly and mindfully bringing the hands, if you can, option to keep at the hips or option to bind, interlacing palms, kissing palms. Opening at the heart here, soft, humble tuck to the chin, engaging through the core, those locks within, zipping up your midsection. growing up your tree, finding length in the spine. Big, beautiful breath, my friends. You've got this. Giving yourself that chance for rebirth, letting go of what no longer serves you from last season, things that maybe didn't go right from this last summer. Let's come into fall with a new, fresh attitude, a positive start, an open heart for love, giving yourself compassion, forgiveness, love, of course, love. We need all of these things in peace. Slowly and mindfully exhaling the arms and slowly untucking, slowly coming down to the earth and shaking it out, going in one direction if that feels good. Ooh, shaking in the other direction. Just feeling that body. Woo! Our branches, they are getting bare. Rooting down to that opposite foot. For me, it's the left. It will be your left. Yes, I'm mirroring you, my friends. I am your mirror. Inhaling, really posting up, finding the integrity through the body, finding the length. Soft bend to the knee, my friends. Always soft bends to the knees whenever we're doing any poses, keeping that micro bend. Inhaling, finding that integrity of that body. Posting on the same side that you did the opposite side to find balance. Really opening up the hips here, growing up through the spine. Using that core engagement here. Exhaling those branches. And it's getting windier and windier. And all of our leaves are gone. The wind is like mass chaos, especially in Colorado. It gets so windy sometimes it feels like your house is going to blow over. My grill has completely blown over and gotten totally crashed and bashed about 1,000,000 times. And now our tree branches, the wind is slowly settling. Our tree branches are coming down. Softly bind or bend at the hips. Palms kissing palms, interlacing, opening up the heart, squeezing open the shoulder blades, growing up at the tree, embracing your inner tree. You're strengthened and you're rooted into the earth. Being okay with if you fall out, you will come back up, my friend. I have fallen out of many of trees. Being strong. And now we say it, and there she goes. And that's okay. Sometimes we fall out and shaking it out. Let's slowly heel toe to a wide-legged stance. Soft bend to the knees, my friends. Hinging forward at the heart. Exhaling forward here for this beautiful forward fold. Folding forward. You're just allowing your head to be below your body. Giving yourself a little love. Good job, my friends. So much hard work here. Wonderful work. And slowly from here, however it looks or feels best to you, we're going to come down. So I'm going to slowly heel toe to a closed standing forward fold. And I'm going to crouching down. And however this looks to you, I have some people who can only crouch to here, and that's okay. Crouching to what you can. Maybe coming up on the pads of the feet. And giving yourself a hug, a love. Giving yourself so much gratitude for everything that you've done in your life up until this day, up until this point, up until this moment. From last season, the season before, even last fall, everything amazing that you've done in your life. In this moment, I want you to hold all of the good that is within you. All of the good that is within your life. Because we easily and mostly hold on to the bad. I want you to hold on to the good. What is good in your life, my friend? What is it? Hold on to those goodness thoughts and attach I am grateful for, and I want you to think of 5 things that you are grateful for in your life. I'm grateful for my home. I'm grateful for sleep. I'm grateful for fall. I'm grateful for creativity. I'm so grateful for Yoga Bliss with Shelly and all of you amazing people. I'm deeply grateful for my children and this opportunity to homeschool them, and grateful. And when we say our gratefuls, we want to attach only positive things, because I almost caught myself saying, no matter how hard it is, letting go and just, I'm grateful for my children. And slowly and mindfully, however that looks to you, bringing your booty onto the mat. I'm on a slant here, so I'm going to turn this way so I don't feel like my head's lower than my body. Lengthening the legs, pressing the soles of the feet into the earth, and slowly and mindfully coming to your back. Slowly and mindfully allowing the spine to rest long, the legs to rest long, extending the arms long, long, long above the head, pointing at the toes, finding length in that body. Inhaling and bringing the legs and the arms to the same side. This is called the banana, but we're going to call it like a moon, like a half, like a little sliver of a moon here, making this beautiful shape here, compressing the ribs one side, expanding at the other. Just feeling what that feels like to be laying and stretching, giving yourself love and gratitude. Inhaling to neutral, always neutralizing out our spine, friends, and exhaling to the opposite direction, finding that banana on the other side here, compressing and growing on one side. You're doing amazing work, giving yourself a chance for a fresh start. There's always a chance for a fresh start. Exhaling to neutral, drawing the hands to your side and curling up the toes, curling up the glutes, squeezing every muscle, pursing the eyes, pursing the lips, squeezing everything up, holding that breath and letting it go with the exhale and letting everything go. On the next inhale, squeezing and holding everything in, feeling the stressors and the strainers of life or past pains and worries and doubts, and making yourself let it go with an exhale. One more time, friends. Breathing in, holding everything in, feeling what it feels like to be stressed out and overwhelmed, and then letting it flow. As we embark on our Savasana, our final pose of surrender, my friends, I encourage you to hold love and compassion in your hearts. Give yourself gratitude for everything that you've done up until this point. Give gratitude to the amazing seasons, no matter what the weather is like in your environment where you live. And maybe you live in a different country and it's the opposite season. I'm trying to think of, is the opposite of fall spring? Maybe it's spring in your season, or I'm not quite sure, but whatever the season is, if it's cold, if it's hot, if it's rainy, if it's in the middle, or if it's just like really windy, just embracing and knowing that this beautiful universe makes no mistakes. This universe knows exactly what it is giving us, and allowing ourselves to truly open up and surrender to what is by giving ourselves that love and shining our lights on all we come in contact with, my friends. And slowly, when you're ready, you can come up to a seating position if you would like, or you can stay in Savasana. I like to roll to a side, but I know I have friends and practicers who have spinal injuries, and this is challenging for you. So if you do, and coming up to a seated position, do that however that works best for you. This is what feels good in my body, but do what feels good for you. But I like to take a moment to just be here in this lovely curled up fetal position, and using that opposite arm to kickstand you up, uppity up, 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 and come to a seated Sukhasana. I'm gonna grab this because I am the best recorder in the world. Yes, I am, I am, I am. We have to affirm things to ourselves instead of being mean to ourselves about things in our lives, right? Right. Coming to that Sukhasana, that crisscross applesauce. I love you so much, my beautiful friends. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. We have one more day, and I'm so grateful for you who have stuck it out with me, or those who have just joined me now. Whatever you've had time for, give yourself a hug and gratitude and love for showing up for yourself. This is about you, and that's also what this new season, this harvest moon, this fall equinox, even though it's going to get darker, longer, know that we always have this light and love within us, and we can always shine our light. And shine your light by doing things like this, or just by smiling at people, giving somebody a hug, a handshake, a compliment. If you ever think of something kind about another person, Tell them. Speak your authentic truth, my friends. And before we head out, I wanted to show you my fall-inspired paintings. One is from actually last year. Is my fall tree from last year. And then this one I just painted. This is a birthday present. Can you see her? For my cousin. She is a beautiful Tara-inspired fall goddess. Can you see her? There she is. She is peace and love and compassion. So I love you so much, and I'm so grateful for you. And give yourself a chance for rebirth. Give yourself a chance to just be open to whatever will come, my beautiful friends. Bringing the hands in palms, kissing palms. Rolling up to the third eye. Namaste, my beautiful friends. And if you wanted to join me, why not? Let's just do 3 ohms because I feel like it. Sorry about that. Premature namaste. 3 ohms. Hands Anjali Mudra to the heart space. And for real this time, namaste. I love you so much, my beautiful friends.